When I moved back to Maryland after being away for 22 years, I was really looking forward to crab feasts and beautiful bay sunsets, but I gotta tell you, there's a dark side that no one talks about, and it may make you think twice before moving here. Let's start in Montgomery County, right outside of Washington, D.C., where I live. On paper, it's a dream. Great schools, booming job market, and quick access to the capital. But the reality, traffic here is on another level. Seriously. The Beltway and I-270 can trap you for hours. And with rush hour now creeping into the middle of the day, I would say it starts about 2 o'clock, 2:30 latest. You're basically always on alert. Your commute can turn into a 2-hour ordeal on a random Tuesday. And don't get me started on those traffic cameras. They're everywhere. On every corner. You're constantly watching your speed. Make sure you don't go over 11 miles over the speed limit. 12 miles and they'll get you. And make sure you come to a complete stop at every stop sign. These tickets, they're no joke. Summers, like now, they're not mild. Humidity here makes it feel like you are walking through soup. Heat indexes often push past 100 degrees and you can't escape it, even at night. And these challenges aren't just in Montgomery County, they stretch all across Maryland. Maryland's summers can be downright miserable stateside. It's happening right now. I'm literally hiding out in my house in the AC, and when I have to go to work, I run to my car to get back into the AC. Dew points here can even rival or beat Miami. This year alone, some areas recorded feels like temperatures above 105 degrees for multiple days in a row. And trust me, it feels like about 150. When your AC goes out, and it will inevitably at some point, you're basically stuck inside, sweating it out and praying for a storm to break the heat. It's one of those things that people don't actually realize until they live here. And just when you think that the weather is your biggest headache, there's another daily reality that can hit even harder. Cost of living. Maryland is expensive, plain and simple. End of story. The overall cost of living is about 16% higher than the national average. Property taxes are higher than the neighboring states of West Virginia and Delaware, although they are lower than states like New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The state income tax can reach nearly 6%, and everyday basics like groceries and utilities come with a premium price tag. In Montgomery County, for example, families have seen their basic needs expenses double in the last 20 years. A comfortable middle-class lifestyle here might feel like a luxury someplace else. And FYI, outside of the DC area, Maryland is overwhelmingly car dependent. Public transit options are limited and often unreliable. And unless you live in a dense downtown area, you'll need to drive everywhere. So gas, maintenance, insurance, it adds up fast. On top of that, high tolls on major highways like I-95 and the Bay Bridge can be a big annoyance for frequent travelers. It's not just frustrating, it chips away at your time, your energy, and your wallet. So, you've been warned. Just be prepared to sit in traffic and spend a lot of money. But I'm giving you some good tips here. Watch out for those cameras, because I'm telling you, I think that's how Maryland makes a lot of its money. They're everywhere. And by the way, the road rage here, it's no joke. Or maybe that's just me. Oh, wait a second. By the way, it's not just the summer heat. Maryland weather is unpredictable across the board. One week, it's a humid thunderstorm. The next, it's a freak snowstorm or freezing rain. And the funny thing is, here in Maryland, it can all happen in one day. And when it snows, schools and offices tend to shut down quickly, even for just a few inches, throwing all your plans into chaos. Not great when you're a working mom with small kids. This is one of the most surprising things for people that move here from some of the colder, snowy states. Even if they are just predicting snow, they will generally close school or at least delay it. It's really something. And don't forget, we have some amazing coastal towns here in Maryland. With all that charm and beauty comes some serious possible issues. Lately, in coastal and low-lying areas, flooding has become almost an annual event. Sea level rise and stronger storms mean some homeowners are stuck paying super high insurance premiums or dealing with some really bad repairs every few years. And let's not forget allergies. Thanks to high humidity, long growing seasons, and dense tree cover, Maryland has some of the worst seasonal allergies in the country. Trust me, I suffer from them. Spring pollen can make it almost impossible to enjoy the outdoors. And even summer and fall bring grass and ragweed flare-ups. It's honestly not a surprise if I go to an appointment and I have to park outside, and by the time I get back from my appointment, my car is covered in all that green pollen stuff. It's actually disgusting, but it's true. And so if you're not prepared and you have bad allergies, just be prepared when you come here, if you're moving here, to know that it's pretty bad here. So between unpredictable storms, surprise snow days, and non-stop allergy seasons, Maryland weather, well, it will keep you on your toes year-round. Now, we need to talk about the congestion here because it can be a real issue. In places like Montgomery and Howard counties, rapid overdevelopment has led to the loss of green spaces and a more crowded built-up feel, which can turn a lot of people off. I mean, listen, we've got over 6 million people here packed into one of the smallest states in the country, which only adds to that crowded built-up feeling. All of this sets the stage for the next biggest challenge, the cultural and lifestyle differences that can really surprise newcomers. Maryland can feel really culturally divided. Ask anyone that lives here. Coastal communities, agricultural regions, and the DC suburbs can feel like 3 different states. If you don't believe me, if you're watching this and you live in Maryland, chime in, because it's true. Strong local regulations, unexpected blue laws, like some liquor sales restrictions on Sundays, no bueno, and polarized politics can take newcomers really by surprise. Most people think Maryland is just a blue state and everybody here is really liberal. That is not the case. That's mostly for the counties that are right outside of DC. But if you go further out of Maryland, you will see a much more diverse look and a much more red feel to the rest of the state. I mean, let's not forget, politics here can feel all over the place, with big swings and heated debates on nearly every local issue. It's a state where you really have to be ready to adapt to a very different local vibe, even within just a couple hours drive. And recently, Maryland got hit with a serious financial warning. On May 14th, 2025, Moody's Investor Service downgraded Maryland's credit rating from a AAA rating to an AA1, the first downgrade in over 30 years. The reason? The state's heavy dependence on federal jobs and vulnerability to policy changes in DC. This downgrade could lead to higher interest rates for future state borrowing, which might eventually trickle down to taxpayers and impact public services. It's a big deal, and something that people moving here would never even think to check. And to add to all of this, here are some other frustrations that people rarely talk about. There's the constant construction and road work noise that seems never ending. It can feel like every major road or neighborhood has a new project every month, especially in fast-growing suburbs. Many neighborhoods have strict HOA rules that can feel surprisingly invasive, from what color you paint your front door to where you can park. Not all of them, of course, not every neighborhood has an HOA, but more than you think. And during those peak summer months, air quality can take a big hit. Code orange air quality alerts aren't uncommon across most of Maryland, especially in the central and suburban areas like Montgomery County, Prince George's County, and even into Howard County. When you mix in all of the pollen and all of the humidity, it can feel downright suffocating. All these little things pile up and they do impact your daily life. So I just want to tell you guys about it. Look, Maryland is beautiful. There is a reason that I moved back here after being away for 22 years to raise my kids here. It's a great place. You have close access to DC. You've got access to the beach. You got access to the mountains. Yes, all the things I've said in this video are true, but they're not the only things about Maryland. Otherwise, I wouldn't have moved back here. And I've been back for a long, long time. You've got the seafood, you've got the shorelines, the rich, rich history. It's an incredible place to call home if it fits your lifestyle and your budget. But you need to know the full picture before you pack your bags. If you are thinking about moving to Maryland, and especially Montgomery County, Maryland, and you would like our help, just send me an email. We'll set up a Zoom. We'll get you started. Like I said, I love this state. There's a reason I choose to live here. But everything I said in this video is true, so you have been forewarned. It's still worth it, I guarantee it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to tell you about 7 things I love about Montgomery County. Bye!